Hello there guys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of our Ironman playthrough as the infamous C. If you remember, in the last episode we left off in Ironforge. Whilst we were there, we have got a specific warrior quest that came up. We needed to speak to the head warrior trainer in Ironforge. So we've done that, and unfortunately looks like we're heading back to the Frost main hold, or at least just south of the Frost main hold. It looks like we need to go and kill one of the specific troll bosses that are there. So we're going to head over to the Frost main hold and start off our adventure in this episode. And then what we'll do is, like we said, we will then head over to Loch Modan and start doing some of the questing over there, because our quest log is taking us there next. So I'm going to head over to the Frost main hold, or at least to where we need to fight this troll. And then I'll be back with you to show you a little bit more of what we're getting up to today. Okay, so we've just made it to the Frost main hold. Now, I don't think that this is where he is. It says it's just south of the actual cave itself, of the hold itself, which that is the Frost main hold there. It's saying it's south of that. South would be this way, but there's no additional things down here. Let's have a closer look, shall we? And see what we can find. Because at the moment, I can't see any troll huts around here anyway. And that's obviously the main thing that we're looking for, the specific troll huts themselves. Aha! We found him. Anyone who is playing along at home, just up here. Just up in these mountains. That's why we couldn't see it, because we were running along around there last time. Okay, what level is he? He is level 11. Is he on his own? He is on his own. Okay. Let's get some extra stamina and spirit behind us for 15 minutes. We get an extra 2. Doesn't seem like a lot, but of course in this challenge it is. We've got our billy club with the extra damage on it as well. So, let's see how we get on.
Okay, at least he didn't block our first rend, or it didn't miss at least, which is good. Okay, the bonfire blessing has helped, which would have been quite a dramatic fight, I think, but oh well, we'll take it. A little bit left to kill. Yes, nice. Inventory is full. Oh, hello, we've picked up a green. Can we use a green? I don't think we are allowed.
Even if we pick it up, even if we loot it ourselves, remember the challenge is to just use whites and greys, which is unfortunate because that gives us an extra stamina as well and is a better weapon overall as well. Obviously I asked in the last episode with regards to the blacksmithing and whether we could make this chest. There was one comment on there that said let us craft it, but I think if we're not going to use this, we probably shouldn't craft this to be within pure Ironman rules. So we're not going to craft it. We're not going to use this. We're going to carry on how we are, greys and whites, and just see how far we can go. Food we can use, because we are making that ourselves. But this, I don't know, I feel like that's a little bit ahead, because we did say right at the start we weren't going to use anything but greys and whites in terms of our actual equipment. So we're not going to make it. We're not going to equip this. Unfortunately, we will have to get rid of those, and we will have to sell them at the vendor, which will be heartbreaking, but that is the rules. I'm going to go back to Ironforge now and hand in the quest, and then we will see where our next adventure takes us. I presume we will be going to Loch Modan, because that's where our next quest will take us, which will open up another quest wave moving through that zone. But we'll see what the warrior trainer has in store for us. And here we are. We are back at the Hall of Arms to come back to the warrior trainer, or the master warrior trainer. So he's not just any normal trainer, he is the master of them all. Here we go. So we've got the head. Let's hand that in. What does that do? That has given us a new stance, defensive stance, a new ability, Sunder Armor, and also we have learned Taunt. I presume all of these will need to be in the defensive stance though.
I can't attack that
Oh,
target.
maybe not. That does. Taunt does. Obviously defensive stance, we're probably not really going to use that as much, because we're not going to be tanking. Because we're not going to be going through different dungeons specifically on this. Obviously dungeons are not allowed in this challenge, but of course we will use this. What does that do? It specifically, it sunders the target's armor, reducing it by 90, per Sunder armor and causes a high amount of threat, can be applied up to 5 times. So that's going to help us in terms of when we're killing off some bigger mobs that we have at the end of certain quest lines where we have to kill bosses. We're going to be able to reduce their armor straight down and hopefully obviously then be able to do more damage with our basic attacks that we're going to have. Before we leave Ironforge, we have got a quest following on from the Warrior Master to go and see Thomas, and he is going to apparently make us a weapon, and he's sure we will like it. So let's see what we can do here. Bring a load of Umbrian ore to Thomas at the Deep Forge. Okay, so we need to get the ore, so that's going to take us obviously a different place altogether. Let's have a look at where we need to go for that. A band of dark iron dwarfs, they attacked and killed everyone. Avenge my master's death and bring me a load of the ore in Dunmorrow. In Eastern Dunmorrow, there will be taught blacksmithing. Okay, so we could do that before we head over. So we need to head over to this place, which, to be fair, leads us over to Lochmadan anyway. So we're going to head over there, see what comes up. So on our way to find these dark iron dwarfs, we came across the Amber Steel Ranch is a nice little crossover there into our new RimWorld save that we're looking to do, where we are building a ranch ourselves. But anyway, they've come across a quest here that we need to go and kill this Yeti. It's a level 11, we're level 10, so we might come across some problems here. We're going to give it a good go and see what happens. So let's hope we get a good couple of hits in to start with. Bonfire Blessing again has helped us on another mob that is a lot stronger than us, so I mean at least that's a help. We're going to use our new Sunder armor ability so we can obviously reduce their armor a little bit so our attacks do more damage. There we go, just hit a nice 32 there, and of course the thunderclap finishes him off. Perfect. So we picked up the Fang, go hand this quest in. Wonder if they'll give us a ram as a reward. That would be brilliant. Let's have a look and see what she's going to offer us. Oh no, it's not down here, is it? It's right here. I literally ran straight past her.
How are you?
All greens. Brilliant. So we can't actually use any of those. So we're going to pick up the one that's typically going to be worth the most, and from my knowledge of obviously playing this game, typically weapons are going to be worth more than bits of armor. So we're going to take the two-handed mace. We can't use it anyway because we are not specialised in two-handed mace, even though that would be brilliant. Look at that. 18 to 27 damage, 1 strength, 1 spirit, and we're sitting here using a 6 to 11 damage billy club. It's quite good that we've been sent over to the east. We would have come this way anyway, but in theory, without this specific quest looking for these dark iron dwarfs, which I believe is still up here, we wouldn't have sort of explored this area with that Yeti quest or down here. So we've got a few more quests that we've now been given for this specific area. We need to kill 10 rockjaw bone snappers, and we also need to kill 6 rockjaw skull thumpers. So we're going to get them done now while we're here. Obviously that's 16 mobs. That's going to be quite good experience, along with the experience for completing the quests as well.
Just behind you, everything else comes so fast. Memories are all inside you, and you never make them back. I can feel that you're in through the words that did not make sense. You can feel what I mean now that you're here. Just know there's nothing to fear along the way. There's nothing I could say, nothing I could say. But I say, you can wipe the edge
Now, the rare mobs are hard, but they can drop some awesome stuff. So I think we're going to give it a go. Worst case, we'll just run away and see what happens. But I think it's worth us trying to see what we can do with this. We've got our potions, worst case. Every time we fight... Oh my god, look at the damage he's doing on me though. Jesus. Let's take a potion straight away. Keep our health up. Come on. Come on, you've got this. You've got this, infamous seed. Don't let me down now. We've done a big boy damage right at the start. Let's not let him come back at us. Come on. Oh, he's going to run. Yes, this is good. This is good. This is really good. Yes, 210 XP. And what did we get? Oh. 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 Oh well, it was 210 XP, which is more than you get from some of these mobs. So that's going to help us in the long run. Every XP is a bonus. We've got some bone snappers here now, which is good. Let's pull the one on its own. Oh, we've pulled two. This could be an issue. Never mind. Get the bonfire's blessing straight away, which is... in a few weeks' time, you watch, when we're actually going to need it against the really higher mobs, that buff's going to be gone, and we'll never get it, and we'll just instantly die. So needless to say, it's probably saved our skin a few times when we've been fighting these big mobs, but what can you do, hey? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay, so, last one. Then we get to get out of this cave. The only problem is we've got to run all the way out of the cave, and there's a lot of mobs, obviously, to get back out. Had to travel a little bit deeper because of obviously the other players that are around us, which is fine. It's nice to see other players in the world as well. So let's get out of here. That's 10 out of 10 killed. Let's loot this because we forgot to loot that earlier. A bit of linen cloth. That's going to help us as well when we make the extra buffs for the billy clubs. And we just have to be careful. Don't run into loads of mobs, basically. So we're going to wait. This warlock, level 60 warlock. What is he doing here? Oh my god. Look at that. He's that powerful that the mobs don't even want to fight him. They were just like, nah, it's alright. Just pass by. Me, on the other hand, they're thinking gnome soup when they see me. Use my bones as a broth. Oh, brilliant. So he's pulled that one because we didn't manage to kill him in time, which is fine. We've got another human paladin over there fighting. I think this is the most people we've seen in one episode. We've seen 5 people just in this one cave. No, please don't give me buffs. I'm not allowed to use it. Thank you very much. I'm going to send him a message to say thanks. Right, let's get out of here. We've got another dwarf paladin as well. Right, let's go hand these quests in. See how much XP we get. And then we need to hunt down them dark iron dwarfs. There we go. So just handed in one of the quests. 650 XP, 3 silver, lovely. And then 600 XP and 2 silver. Perfect. Any extra weapons that are better here? No. I mean, we could start learning some two-handed, because the two-handed... I noticed earlier that we picked up... Oh, did I sell it? Yeah, I sold it. Okay, we can buy it back. Oh, maybe not, because we're full. Right, let's sell some of our junk to this guy. We're going to get rid of that gun because we're going to keep that gun. Anything we're going to keep, we'll put in this backpack over here. We'll put our big stacks of stuff there. We'll put our food up here. Get rid of that. We can't sell that, so unfortunately we're going to have to sell it. Can't use it, sorry. I'm going to sell that. Again, can't use this, so unfortunately we're going to have to sell it. And the sword. It's heartbreaking, but has to be done. Keep the single one of that. Put that there. If we buy back that club, this mace, because I'm just thinking 10 to 15 damage, that's going to be a big improvement. We could put the weighted on it as well. We just need to learn two-handed maces. It's the same as with the hunting rifle. We need to find somewhere that trains two-handed maces, and that's going to give us that little bit of extra damage. We're still keeping within the rules. It's actually a grey, it's not even a white. So it's even worse than, say, your white weapons that you might get. But at least it's going to give us that little bit of extra damage. It requires level 4, and the same as the weapon that we're using at the moment requires level 4. We're level 11, and we're using a level 4 required weapon. So let's head over to the Dark Iron Dwarfs like we said now. Let's get that quest done. They're going to make us then a weapon. Hopefully it's not a green weapon, which I think it's going to be, which is going to be upsetting because we're just not going to be able to use it, going to have to sell it. But at least then we've done that part of the quest. It's more XP as well before we head into Loch Medan. Okay, perfect, we're making progress. So we've just discovered Helm's Bed Lake, which in the quest text it actually says that it is to the south, I think, of the lake itself. Yeah, south of the lake. Okay, so it's not up here, it's down here. As you know, we're not using our talents, so we've got 2 points available. We're still not using them. So let's head over to the Dark Iron Dwarfs. Let's get that done. Finishing that should then mean that we've done most of our quests in Dunmorrow. We then head over to Loch Medan, which we thought we would be heading straight over in this episode. We might not even get there in this episode at this rate, in case this takes us on maybe another quest after this to complete this weapon. But let's see what is in store with these Dark Iron Dwarfs. This is where the guy died. This is his pal. And there's the Dark Iron Dwarf. And we've also got more trogs to contend with as well. Perfect. So not only have we got to worry about these, we're going to have to worry about these as well as we're pulling. This is going to be eventful. Oh, we've picked up a green. No, we can't even use it. That's the problem. It's going to be, the game is literally going to tempt us so much now. It's going to be like, oh, look at this. Look at this green that you've just got. Do you want to use it? You can use it if you want. Not allowed. As much as I would love the... I mean, it's only 1 extra agility and it's leather, so it's not really to our spec. But a green's a green, and an extra stat is an extra stat. Let's be smart. Oh, here we go. I say let's be smart, we pull 2.
Need more range. I can't do that yet.
Sort of slow that down, pull these back, because there's one walking around over there to take us drink of that potion. Oh my god, are we gonna be... No, he's gonna fierce, that's fine.
Not enough range.
Infamously is just crying out that he's not got enough rage. Yeah, well, I'm going to spam abilities. What do you expect? We're almost dead. Luckily, we're not. I'm guessing it's the captain that we're going to have to kill. That's standing right there all proud. Yeah, and then the iron box. Yep. The strong box is right there. That's what we need. He didn't even give us a chance to charge in or heal up. Oh my god, okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's get rid of some of his armor. Brilliant. They parry literally straight after that. Dodge. Hamstring, hamstring. I wasn't even pressing hamstring. That 7 is hamstring. Jesus. I mean, this is quite a nice little hut, isn't it? Look. The weapons on the wall. All that for 1 bit of ore. The grizzly bear. Warm fire. Right, let's get out of here. Okay. Our journey continues and we are heading back to Ironforge. So here we are, made it back to the Great Forge in Ironforge itself. So let's hand in the ore quest and see what we get. Here are some weapons for you. Green, 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 green. Well, we can't actually use any of them, so thank you so much for making me this, but you know, kind of pointless, so let's just take the axe. We did get 625 XP for it though, so you know, that's not too bad. Let's get rid of some of our copper. Okay, oh, don't stand in the fire. Imagine that, I'd literally die from just standing in the fire. Save's over, stood in the molten lava too long. So we're going to smelt all these copper bars, and then we'll make some stuff at the forge. We'll see what upgrades we get. What I'll do is I'll do all this off camera so you don't have to watch it. It's not exactly the most interesting thing to watch, just watching the smelt copper bar go across. So I'll get all the bars made, I'll make some new items, and I'll show you what I've made and what's an upgrade and what's not. Okay, so we made what we needed to make. Some upgrades, some not. So obviously you can see we sold some of the copper pants and rough grinding stones we made. We sold the leftover bars just to make some space in our backpacks. This stuff is still sold as well. So we have made a few additional ones, but before we do anything, obviously just to prove it to you guys, we've sold the green, and unfortunately sold that green. That would have been a lot better to have, but hey ho, they are the rules. So let's have a look. So we made a copper belt, 61 armor over 47, so that's an upgrade, nice one. That's only a free upgrade, we spoke about them before. And the gauntlets are a lot better than the mail gloves that we've had, so that's per 20, 30 extra armor, so that's going to help us a lot moving further forward. So we sell them free. That's what we got as a upgrade from all of that copper. Obviously we could have made some other stuff. We're now starting to be able to make some greens, which unfortunately we are not able to use. No better weapons yet still, which is a pain. We've got a recipe for a green weapon that we can now make, but of course we can't use it. So the axe, the dagger, and the two-handed maces and the single-handed mace isn't better, unfortunately. And that's a copper battle axe, which is green. Which, look at how much extra damage that is. 23 to 35, plus 3 stamina. We could make that, and we could use it. Well, we can't use it, but if it was a normal save, we could make that, and we could use it. So it's a bit heartbreaking, but it is what it is. And then we've got the two-handed sword, which we could make. That's actually a white, and to be fair, 15 to 23 damage, two-handed sword. So we could learn two-handed swords, but we don't know where we learn two-handed swords as yet. We need to come across that when we come across it. So next step, off to Loch Madan, and here we are. Just from exploring the Southgate outpost, we've got 90 experience for it. And we actually leveled up again. So I'm not doing very good on catching these level ups in this episode. That's twice I've missed that now. But that is level 12. So onwards and upwards. 420 XP for delivering that keg. Now we need to take the cask, and the mountaineers in the next area in Loch Madan. And here we go. Loch Madan, Southgate Pass, onto the new zone. And hopefully the new zone will be as nice to us as Dunmorrow has been, and we can continue this journey. But what we'll do is I'll probably leave it there, to be honest with you now, guys. We're going to head in to Loch Madan and just hand this quest in. Once we get there, we'll see what other quests are in the area. I'll probably take them off camera. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this as we enter the Valley of Kings. Maybe the infamous sea will be remembered in the Valley of Kings when this playthrough eventually comes to an end. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Comment down below where you think we're going to get up to, what sort of level. Leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here, and I will see you in the next episode of this Ironman Survival Challenge playthrough. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye bye.